Can you guess what the tallest mountain peak in the world is? Here's a clue. It's not Mount Rushmore. It's none other than Mount Everest, standing tall and proud in the majestic Himalayas. This awe-inspiring mountain straddles the border between Nepal and the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. Now, get ready for this. It's over 29,000 feet high. That's equivalent to stacking more than 20 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. Imagine that. The first brave souls to reach its summit were Sir Edmund Hillary from New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay, a Sherpa of Nepal, back in 1953. And here's a fun fact for you. Mount Everest is still growing. Yes, you heard it right. Each year, due to tectonic forces, it grows a tiny bit taller. So, next time you're climbing up a hill and you're feeling tired, think about the brave adventurers who've scaled Mount Everest. Ever heard of a mountain range that stretches over 5 countries? It's time to meet the Andes. This colossal mountain range, the largest in the world, snakes its way through Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. Imagine a mountain range so long you could travel more than 7,000 kilometers without ever leaving it. It's like going on a roller coaster ride that never ends. The Andes is not just about its size though, it's a bustling hub of life, home to unique wildlife such as the Andean condor and the spectacled bear. And let's not forget the ancient civilizations that once thrived on these heights. The Inca Empire, for instance, left behind fascinating structures like Machu Picchu, a testament to their mountain life. So, next time you see a hill and think it's big, remember the Andes, a mountain range so big it makes a hill look like a tiny molehill. Imagine a place so deep that even sunlight can't reach it. Welcome to the Mariana Trench. Nestled in the western Pacific Ocean, to the east of the Philippines, the Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the world's oceans. It's like an underwater Grand Canyon, but even more colossal. What makes it even more fascinating is its depth. Picture this. If you were to place Mount Everest, the highest peak on Earth, into the Mariana Trench, the peak would still be over a mile underwater. That's some serious depth we're talking about. And it's not just an empty, deep, dark place. The trench is home to some of the most unique creatures on Earth. From ghostly white octopuses to gigantic amphipods, these creatures have adapted to survive in extreme pressure and darkness. And guess what? Humans have been there too. In 2012, film director James Cameron journeyed to the bottom of the trench in a specially designed submarine. The Mariana Trench, a place so deep you'd need a really long snorkel to explore it. What if I told you the biggest desert in the world is not what you think? It's not filled with sand dunes but ice and snow. Say hello to Antarctica. Now, you might be scratching your head thinking, desert, but it's all ice. And you're right. But a desert is defined not by the heat, but by the lack of precipitation. And Antarctica is one dry place, receiving less than 2 inches of precipitation per year. Now let's talk about the wildlife. You won't find the usual desert dwellers like scorpions or rattlesnakes here. Instead, you'll find penguins, seals, and a few hardy types of grasses and mosses. These creatures have adapted to survive in a place where temperatures can drop to a bone-chilling minus 128 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. Antarctica is also the coldest place on Earth, so it's a desert that could give the North Pole a run for its money. Antarctica, a desert so cold even a snowman would need a warm coat. Ever wonder where you can touch the sky? At the Burj Khalifa you can do just that. This colossal structure stands tall in the heart of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It's not just tall, it's the tallest. Standing at a staggering height of over 828 meters, it's like a giant reaching out to the heavens. Now let's talk numbers. The Burj Khalifa boasts an impressive 163 floors. That's right, 163. You definitely beat your step count going up those stairs. This super skyscraper isn't just content with being the tallest building. Oh no, it holds several world records, including the highest outdoor observation deck, the highest nightclub, and the highest restaurant. Talk about dining with a view. So the next time you're in Dubai, don't forget to look up the Burj Khalifa, a building so tall you might think it's trying to reach the moon. Where can you find half of the world's plant and animal species? In the Amazon rainforest, of course. This lush and vibrant forest stretches over a whopping 2.7 million square miles, making it the largest forest on our planet. That's like fitting over 270,000 central parks into one area. But the Amazon rainforest isn't just big, it's a real-life treasure trove of biodiversity. It's home to an estimated 400 billion individual trees representing over 16,000 species. Now, that's a lot of tree climbing. And here's a breath of fresh air. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. That's like every fifth breath you take, courtesy of the Amazon. But don't get lost wandering in this massive forest. You might just stumble upon a new species. Scientists estimate that there are still thousands of undiscovered species living there. The Amazon rainforest, a place so full of life you might bump into a new species every step you take. What river is so big it can hold all other rivers? The Amazon River is the champion. This colossal body of water snakes its way through 9 South American countries, making it not only the biggest but also one of the longest rivers in the world. You might find it hard to wrap your head around, but the Amazon River discharges more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. It's like the superhero of rivers, if superheroes were measured in water volume. And let's not forget about its supporting cast. The Amazon River boasts over 1,000 tributaries, some of which are sizable rivers in their own right. The Amazon isn't just big, it's also a hub of biodiversity, home to creatures you won't find anywhere else in the world. But the Amazon's size isn't just about bragging rights. It plays a crucial role in our planet's health, acting as a vital water source and carbon sink. The Amazon River, a river so big, you'd need more than a paddle to cross it. Ever been so hot you could fry an egg on the sidewalk? Well, in Death Valley you can do just that. Welcome to Death Valley, folks, the hottest place on Earth. Nestled in the sunny state of California in the United States, this sizzling spot is a part of the Mojave Desert. Now let's talk numbers. The highest temperature ever recorded here was a scorching 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than a jalapeno's armpit. That happened on July 10, 1913. So, if you're planning a summer visit, don't forget your sunscreen. Or your oven mitts. But Death Valley isn't just a big outdoor oven. It's also a place of stunning natural beauty, with canyons, salt flats, sand dunes, and mountains. It's a reminder that even in the harshest conditions, nature can create something truly breathtaking. So there you have it, folks. Death Valley, a place so hot, even the sun wears shades. Now that we've traveled the globe, let's see how much you remember. It's quiz time. Are you ready? Let's take off. Question 1. Can you name the highest peak on Earth? It's a tall order, I know. And if you're feeling extra brainy, can you tell me in which mountain range it's found? Moving on. Question 2. Speaking of mountain ranges, which one is the largest, spanning across multiple countries? Question 3. We're diving deep now. What's the deepest point in the ocean called? It's so deep, even sunlight can't make it to the bottom. Let's shake off the water for question 4. Can you tell me where the largest desert is located? Here's a hint. It's not a place you'd want to forget your sunscreen. Question 5. Look up, way up. What's the tallest building in the world and where can you find it? Question 6. Let's get back to nature. Where's the biggest forest located? It's so big, you could say it's really branching out. Question 7. Flowing from question 6. What's the biggest river in the world? This one's got quite the flow. Question 8. Feeling hot, hot, hot. What's the hottest place on Earth? Remember, we're not talking about your kitchen when the cookies are baking. And finally, question 9. Brr, it's getting chilly. What's the coldest place on Earth? You'll definitely need more than a sweater here. And that's the last question. Give yourself a round of applause. You've done a fantastic job. I hope you had as much fun answering these questions as we did traveling around the world together.